Hey guys, welcome to this video, and then like you see in the title and also the thumbnail, it's just all of the MCU movies ranked from worst to best. This is pretty much my 2022 version, and yes, there's going to be a lot more movies coming out this year. As of right now, the newest movie is Doctor Strange: No Multiverse of Madness. If you're scared of spoilers for any of the movies, there's nothing like humongous, but there is going to be a little bit of things out there and stuff. But yeah, another thing to include is some things to keep in mind. The first thing is I'm not including Disney Plus shows, mainly because it's a show and not a movie, and also I don't want to include like if I already know there's some series like Loki and What If that are getting season twos. I don't want to include that as a completely different plot and all that kind of stuff. Although if you guys really want to see me do a Disney Plus ranking, I will consider doing it. Just yeah, no, I'm okay. Anyways, another thing is if there's any characters that were in the MCU for like one or maybe two movies at most, um and they don't really have that much connection to the MCU, then I'm not going to be including their movies in this ranking. So a good example would be Tobey and Andrew being in No Way Home. They were in No Way Home, but they're not MCU Spider-Man, meaning that the Spider-Man one, Toby's trilogy, I'm not including, in Andrew two movies I'm not included. Also, characters like Venom, Quicksilver, even some Inhumans, and obviously Professor X, being those characters have been in MCU movies, but obviously their plot and they're just not actual MCU characters, if that makes sense. They've just been in them. So yeah. Anyways, this is the MCU movie ranked. Yeah, 28 to go. So yeah, 28. We're going to Thor: Dark World. This movie was pretty decent. The only reason why I don't really like it, and actually there's quite a bit of reasons, but the main reason is that the fight scenes were just really dog crap. like, what the frick's going on here? Um, Also the plot was very weird, and there was just so much extra things that didn't need to be there just happening. I think what their idea was trying to make this movie really, really like extra and make it really good, but it just turns out to be like really not great. It could have been better. They could have been better though. That's just something I heard. It's honestly overall a 7 out of 10. It's not that bad. It's not that bad of a movie. 27. We'll be going to the Eternals. Honestly, I like the team and a lot of the characters in it, but considering 10 of the characters, some of them died. Like I don't even know some of the names. I literally only memorized like three: Accurus, Sassy, Athena, Sprite. That's the only character I knew before Eternals because of the soda. But either way, honestly, this movie was also very hard to understand. Like, you don't know the main villain of this. There's kind of like multiple. I mean, they're all kind of the main villains, which is kind of weird. Also, the screen time of this like is kind of weird. Also, the plot, it's kind of hard to understand this movie. And considering there is some adult action happening in this movie, it's just more into depth. Okay, 7 out of 10. Number 26, The Incredible Hulk. So I actually just watched this yesterday, and I was actually expecting this to be really bad. I was like, "This is gonna be a bad movie. This is just gonna be a bad movie. This can't be good." And when I watched it, I was like, "This is not that bad of a movie. I actually enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would." In my opinion, this movie could have been a little bit better on some of the things. The plot was a little off, in my opinion, and the villain. What the heck, bro? And I like how the Hulk went rampage on this movie. It was beautiful. It's how the Hulk should be, mostly. Okay, at 7.2 out of 10 is good enough. Number 25, Black Widow. Okay, some people are probably either gonna be mad or pissed. Okay, the reason why I give it a 7.2, well, actually no, 7.3. I think I gave this one, but the reason why it's so low on this list is because there was so much hype going on for it. It was literally delayed for like a whole year and a half. And this movie was just so much worse than they made it sound like. To be honest, they actually did quite a bit of bad things I really did not like about this movie. One of the biggest problems, and I hate this I don't know why they would do this, but they ruined the character Taskmaster. Like they literally ruined it. In the movie it was a she, and she uses technology to copy people's like fighting abilities. What? And how it should be is a he. Okay, I'm not saying that it should be, but I'm just saying I don't want to get canceled on Twitter. So how it was and how it will be is a he, but okay. And then not only that, his powers is being like he literally copies people's moves and fighting skills. That's literally his power. And then also as well as he's not a villain. He's pretty much like an anti-hero. He's a bounty hunter. He will if you pay him money to take out someone, he will do it. Like that's the point of Taskmaster. He's lit oh my gosh. They just ruin him or her, I guess. I don't know. I think my favorite character in this movie was Black Widow's sister. I don't remember the name, but we'll just go on with that. Yeah, there was quite a bit of action filled in CGI was kind of bad for this film, but overly it could have been better. It's not bad. It's not bad. I give it a 7.4 out of 10. It's not that bad. Number 24, Captain America: The First Avenger. Honestly, I really was not a big fan of Captain America. So when I saw this the first time, I was like, this is probably not gonna be great. But then like I said the feelings of it, I'm like, okay, this is actually not that bad. I think it could have been better though, not gonna lie. There were some scenes I thought could have been better. And it was not bad. There's not that many bad things in this movie, but it's not like the best movie. So yeah, I don't I yeah. Okay, but yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's not that bad. Number 23 is going to Captain Marvel. Okay, in my opinion, I hate Captain Marvel as a character. She's super cocky and she's also like thinks she's the best. That's pretty much it. I don't. It's not the actor. I think the actor's pretty good at acting. Because unless if that's how she is in real life, then yeah. But honestly, this movie was more about her origin and how technically she was the first Avenger. Technically, I guess the movie was kind of confusing and it was also pretty funny. Not gonna lie, but no, I don't know. Just no, stop. I give it a 7 out of 10. Number 22, the first ever Iron Man movie. This movie was not bad at all. I really freaking liked it. This movie showed us the origin of Iron Man, which is something that's actually good. Showed us Iron Man at its literally least peak. And also like has a lot of iconic people in it and also stuff. And yeah, next, it's a 8.1 out of 10. It's just an 8.1 out of 10, to be honest. Number 21, Iron Man 2. That's pretty ironic, isn't it? I really liked Iron Man 2. This one was a pretty freaking good movie. The only problems with it I really didn't have, I mean, did have, would probably be how it's just so, like, over budget for like the second like film. Like I think it was better by off that reason, but it just had so much like neglected of problems that it kind of like very little of problems. Like a good example would be like tons a little bit of salt, and you kind of want to sweep it all away, but it's just kind of still there. That kind of metaphor. I don't really know. This movie was just pretty 50-50 in chances like that, but overall 8.3 out of 10. Number 20, Thor. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Thor was a freaking good movie. This one was pretty freaking good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, but it was not bad overall. The origin of Thor and also Hawkeye was in it. That's okay. And yeah, I honestly have not too much bad things to say about it. I liked it though. Yeah. 8.5 out of 10. Number 19. Whoa! Is going to Doctor Strange. Okay. Some people are probably gonna be like, bruh. Doctor Strange, you're gonna put lower than most movies. And the reason why I say this is because I don't really wanted to watch this. In a lot of movies, I usually want to watch it. This one, when I first saw this as a trailer, I'm like, what the frick, bro? What the frick? And when I watched it, it wasn't as bad as I expected it to be, but I still didn't like it as much as I wanted to like it. I think it could have been better off by that seems, but honestly, it was just, no. 8.6 out of 10. Number 18, Spider Man Homecoming. This one was not a bad movie, but it was a bad Spider Man movie, if that makes sense. This is not how Spider Man should be. I like the Vulture. The Vulture was pretty decent villain. I mean, ish. And the plot of it was kind of weird ish. But this movie could have been better by those meanings. But honestly, Spider-Man: Homecoming, I feel like it's just this is the perfect spot for it. 8.6 out of 10. Number 17, Iron Man 3. I really like this movie. This one was probably one of my favorite movies that Iron Man was in. This movie was freaking good. It showed a lot of details and suits Iron Man used to wear or has made just to like do certain things. Is also I hated the ending where everything just blown up. That was stupid. Why would you do that? That could have all of those suits could have gone against freaking Thanos, but no. But anyways, yeah, overall this movie was pretty decent. I think it was definitely pretty good. Oh, it was overall pretty good though. 8.8 out of 10. 16. The first Avengers. Holy crap, this movie was freaking good. There was a lot of unnecessary zooming in though. I don't know why, but it was. Um, it also showed Hulk in his recasted form, and yeah, May the 4th be with you. Okay, but yeah, this movie was not bad at all. It was not bad. 8.9 out of 10. Number 15, Ant Man. I hate how people are hating Ant Man so much. Ant Man's character is just super cool. Someone that can shrink and then hit you with stronger punches than average. So honestly, it was pretty freaking good. Um, the villain, I don't know, made me kind of mad. um, and I don't know. This movie was pretty okay for its okayness. 9 out of 10. Number 14. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is when stuff gets spicy. Is going to Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Okay, this movie was pretty freaking good. I'm not even gonna lie. This movie was not bad at all. I think there was a lot of scenes in there that I actually really enjoyed. It kind of represent like I would see like I don't like for a Captain America movie for like a character that's supposed to be in the World War stuff like kind of like that, and especially since it already happened, they needed like a character or like a certain villain to just come back and just have Captain America fight and pretty much being someone still. And Winter Soldier was a great villain. I really like this movie. Pretty freaking good overall. 9.1 out of 10. Number 13, Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, I'm one of those people that like the second one more than the first one. I know, people are gonna be mad. But honestly, this movie was not bad. This movie was pretty freaking good. Considering I didn't really want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, I know I didn't really want to watch it. When I did, I was not that surprised that it was a good movie. I was like, okay, I already know this is gonna be a good movie, but I do not think like I don't really want to watch it. When I did watch it, I was like, this is pretty good. I kind of like the characters, all that. It was pretty funny overall though. 9.1 out of 10, also tied. So yeah. Number 12, final 12, Age of Ultron. I hate how people are hating this so much, and I actually kind of hate some of the things they did in this movie as well. Ultron was a great villain, probably one of the best villains in the whole MCU, but there was just so much going on in this movie. It was kind of random. Like the first part of it pretty much was them trying to take over what seemed to be like a guard stand kind of like thing, and pretty much them taking like supernatural people. I don't know. And like when they created Ultron, like just what are you doing? What are you doing, man? But I hate how they kill Quicksilver. That was pretty stupid. They kind of ruined a whole character arc there, considering Quicksilver is pretty important. And you also, since the Flash is a pretty good speedster, you need another speedster that can compare. Marvel, what are you doing? Okay, but yeah, overall though, this was a pretty good movie. 9.3 out of 10. Number 11, Thor Ragnarok. Holy crap, this was a funky movie. Hela was probably a really good villain, and honestly, probably one of my favorite villains by off like that means. But honestly, this just was more of a comedian movie than it was a heroic movie, in my opinion. There was just so much freaking comedian stuff happening. I think Thor's more of a joke character now instead of like a heroic character you want to look at, because like especially in Thor Love and Thunder, you can see in the trailer that he's just so much comedic stuff is happening, and yeah, why, just why? 9.3 out of 10. Number 10, going to the final 10. We have Spider-Man: Far From Home. This movie was pretty funky, bro. Having Mysterio, probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, in my opinion, but it was not a good Spider-Man movie. I swear, like, what is with the MCU not bringing good Spider-Man movies? This was more of a movie. This was one of the, like, there was a lot of examples of this of after Endgame, but this was definitely a movie pretty much saying what happened after Endgame for this character and what happened and changes after because of the good sacrifices happened in the movie. This movie was just why this is just shown for someone that is really smart, which is what the frick, Peter Parker, and then being dumb. Oh my gosh, just makes me really mad. But overall, it was a pretty good movie. 9.4 out of 10. Number 9, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Okay. This movie was pretty freaking good overall. I liked the villain. That was probably one of my favorite villains overall. And I liked how they entered in Mantis. Pretty good. Um One thing I really liked, and I think everyone can agree, Baby Groot is cracked. Okay, you cannot change my opinion any otherwise. But this was pretty freaking good movie. I'm not gonna lie. 9.4 out of 10. Number 8. Yeah. Going to Ant-Man and the Wasp. I loved this movie. I like the relationship between Ant-Man and the Wasp and how it grows. And Ghost was probably one of my favorite villains by off a sequel. That one, oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. Like, okay, yeah, that was a little weird. I'm not gonna do that again. But yeah, honestly, it was a pretty good movie overall, though. I think, not bad at all. 9.5 out of 10. Number 7, it kind of looks like freaking 2, but don't worry about it. Black Panther. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Black Panther was a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie. When I first watched this, which was I think about 2 months ago, I was like, this was beautiful. And there was just so many plots. It was just great. Everything was great about this movie. There was like barely anything wrong with this movie. 9.6 out of 10. Number 6. Whew. This is when it's close. This is really close. Avengers Infinity War. This movie was a great movie. So much was happening in here. It was just great. Everything about this movie was freaking great. One problem I had with it, one stinky problem, is if Doctor Strange, being as stupid as he is, being one of the most OP characters, like easily one of the most OP characters, just like knows they lost. They lost a stone. And they just sit there waiting. That's all they did. They could have just way back into Wakanda. I mean, sure, you could have been like, how are they supposed to know Wakanda is happening there? They could have gone back to Earth because obviously they know the Mind Stone's there because of Vision, because of Iron Man and Spider Man. And then they'll go back and then see them fighting. They could have easily helped and probably would have won too. And I like how in the poster it only shows them having 2 stones. It's great. It's a great movie overall, though. Pretty good movie. 9.7 out of 10. Number 5, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This movie was so good. You don't even know. Holy crap. The first villain, which is the eye tentacle monster, pretty good movie. Pretty good villain. Pretty good plot. Literally, almost everything was perfect. The one thing I had a problem with it about this movie is how Wanda lost. Like, bruh. Like, understand that was okay. No, I don't. That was pretty stupid. But overall, this movie was not bad. The multiverses. I mean, there was one thing I would have changed is probably showing more multiverses. But obviously, they either didn't have like enough like people going into it. They just wanted a certain amount of people. But overall, it was not bad. It was not bad at all. 9.8 out of 10. Number four. Oh, this is the hardest four list like ever. Captain America: Civil War. Holy crap! Just holy crap. That's all I have to say. There was this movie was just great, and I hate how people are hating on like making this sound a lot worse than it actually was. This movie was like the end of the relationship between the Avengers and stuff, and also Black Widow. I hate you now. But yeah, honestly, this movie was pretty freaking good, showing off fight scenes, um also showing the character entries of Black Panther and Spider Man. My opinion, that was a pretty poor choice for Spider Man, but honestly, it was not bad movie overall. I think it was pretty good. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all I have to say. It was pretty freaking good. 9.9 out of 10. Number three. Holy crap! Spider Man: No Way Home. Okay, this movie was really freaking good. Really freaking good. This was a good movie, but a bad Spider-Man movie. Literally, all of the MCU movies featuring Spider-Man is pretty bad for a Spider-Man movie. It has multiversal stuff, so that's kind of good. And I liked how they brought back the villains and Toby and Andrew. Pretty freaking good movie overall on that side. And I like how he lost Aunt May, pretty much showing that he is completely alone, and also losing MJ and Ned. So I'm really excited what they're gonna do for the rest of Spider-Man and the next apparently three trilogy. The next trilogy is having apparently. Um, honestly, yeah. This movie was not bad though. It was not bad. 10 out of 10 would watch again. Very little problems, very little anything wrong, but yeah, not that much problems. Number two, Avengers Endgame. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This movie was easily the best like team up movie ever to ever exist. I'm not even gonna lie. To ever. Hashtag yes. The reason why I feel like it's better than Infinity War, which a lot of people say Infinity War is better. I feel like something we mainly got that was a little bit better was probably the how pretty much every single character we had in like the MCU so far was just put into this movie. It shows the matter of people we had from the starting of 2008 to I guess this movie came out 2018, 19, somewhere between then. So it was just freaking good. And another thing is that well there's a lot of sacrifices and put downs in this movie to pretty much end some of the older characters. Kind of like Iron Man and Black Widow, pretty much being the first two and only sacrifices we had in this movie, pretty much being that big as that they can, because Iron Man starting off of the MCU and Black Widow being the second best, the second character off the MCU wise, other than the Hulk. But since the Hulk is recasted, it doesn't really change that much. Um, and then as for characters like Captain America, stupid, freaking decides to freaking just give up everything. In my opinion, that was really stupid. I hate Captain America because of this reason. Like, bro, you literally said you would sacrifice your life for the country, bro, and then you just decided to give up. What? But honestly, not bad overall. This movie didn't have that many problems, except Doctor Strange being stupid again and decides to be completely useless. bro, what the frick? But I know, anyways, it was not bad. It was not bad. No, 10 out of 10. Like, this was a 10 out of 10 movie. This was pretty freaking good. Number one, my favorite movie, Shang-Chi. Okay. Some people are probably going to be shocked or surprised. Maybe both. This movie had so much good elements. It was freaking beautiful as a movie. Freaking beautiful as a movie. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So, okay, let's start off with the first thing. Shang-Chi's character growth throughout the movie is great. Like, great. Alphabetical great. Um we also got elements of like Mandarin in this movie. And actually an actual movie that shows stuff like Kung Fu and stuff. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We also got to see how, like, the character growth between him and his sister. We also got to see Abominable again. Okay. We also got to see Wong. Oh yeah, what's Wong? What's Wong? It's Wong. Um, we got it. I guess we get to see, like, my favorite character growth was probably Shang Chi's dad. It was so, like, he was like a freaking good person. Like, okay, in the beginning of the movie, he had the rings. He's freaking OP and stuff. And then when he finds that woman, you know what I'm saying? He was pretty much good until she died. And well, then that's when stuff does not go well. He put Shang-Chi over torture, and his sister just gets to watch. That's freaking sex. Okay, okay, no. But overall, though, this movie was just great. Like, I like how Marvel's introducing like different cultures and languages to the MCU, and I like how they did that from Moon Knight having Egypt gods and stuff. How they're doing Mandarin with this one, and it was great. I liked it, and stuff like that. Great movie overall. 10.1 out of 10. It was a great movie. So yeah, that's all my MCU movies ranked 2022 version. It was honestly, this video is probably long. So yeah, I will be doing another version maybe in 2023, probably. So there's gonna be a lot more movies by out then. And if you guys want to see Disney Plus ranking, just let me know. I will do one of those. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go now.